Now I'm ready for the next step. And what that is I'm going to tie a few strands of yarn down here at the bottom to thread up each one of these purl stitch rows. That way I can create this tight bunching that's happening. So, just to show you how that's going to work, I'm going to take 3 strands of yarn, and I like to make sure they're pretty long, so about 20 inches each. And I'm going to take one of the strands, thread it onto my tapestry needle. And now on the inside of my pumpkin, I'm going to want to look for one of those, well, on the outside looks like a purl bump, but on the inside you'll see there are these knit ridges. So I want to go down to the bottom of one of those knit ridges, go right for that stitch that goes horizontal across the bottom. I'm just going to thread the yarn underneath there. Take it off my tapestry needle now. And I just like to even it out so it's just about half on either side. And now I'm just going to tie a knot. So that's my first strand. Now I'm going to take the next strand of the 3 that I cut, thread it onto my tapestry needle. So that was the first knit ridge that I tied onto. So now I'm going to move, you can go in either direction, to the next knit ridge. Tie this strand onto the bottom of that one. And again, find the center of my strand. Just tie a little knot. The knot doesn't have to be anything too intense at all. And then lastly, take the 3rd strand and go into the next knit ridge. And again, just do the same exact thing. Each one of these strands, so essentially I just took those 3 strands and divided each one into half. That one's my tail. So I want to take each one of these 6 strands and I'm going to weave each one of them up a different one of these purl bumps. So I'll show you on the first set that I tied in. So on this knit ridge, I have 2 strands, so I'm just going to take one of them. Thread my tapestry needle. Sorry about that if you can hear my dishwasher in the background. It's louder than I expected. And just go through my work, just wherever you tied it on, to the other side, because it's a lot easier to see once it's on this side. And now you can see we came out right where all those purl bumps are. So now I just want to loosely, I don't do every stitch because I want to be able to pull this pretty easily, but I'd say I do about 3, skip 3, then move up a little further, do some more, and I'm just very loosely stitching in this yarn. All the way up to the top. And then I like to finish with the yarn on the inside. So there's my first one. Now I'm gonna go, so I still have another strand there, but I'm gonna come back to that one later. Gonna go over to my next purl ridge, or sorry, knit ridge. Take the next strand of yarn that's attached to that one, and then again, thread that to the outside. Loosely go up this one. It helps a little bit too if you stretch out your work. Then again, finish on the inside. It does get a little trickier too with all the strands going on. So I just take my time. Now I'm on the next ridge of stitches. Now that I've finished doing those 3, I still have these 3 more strands that are tied down here at the bottom. So what I want to do with each one of these is take these and thread them up the side that's directly across from the one I just did with the other piece of the yarn. So here, let's say I was doing this one, I can either just count over 3 ridges, so it'd be this one is directly across from it, and now again I'm just going to thread all the way up. If you don't want to do it this way too, figuring out which one's across, you can always just tie 6 strands of yarn down to the bottom, because the goal is just to go up each side. I'm just trying to minimize the number of strands I have. Okay, I now have 1 strand of yarn going up each set of the pearls. And my next step is going to be to go back down to the bottom of my pumpkin, and I'm going to thread my tapestry needle with this tail that I have left over down there. If your tail isn't long enough, just tie on a new piece of orange yarn. And I'm going to go around to each one of these cast on stitches, or I actually like to do every other one because it makes it easier to pull, and just thread my tapestry needle through. So I usually go outside to inside, just about every other one. And once I'm back at the beginning, I just pull that tight. I'm going to thread it to the inside, so I just poke my needle through the inside of the hole. And now I like to just tie one little knot, so I just pick any strand, put my needle underneath, and then through the loop it just created. And tighten that up real good. And then here I'll probably do a second one, just because I want to make sure it doesn't come open at all. On most knitting, I feel like you don't tie knots, but here it's on the inside of the pumpkin. So no one hopefully will judge me for it. Now that I've got that knot tied and everything, I'm just gonna cut this strand so it's a little shorter and just tuck it into the pumpkin. I don't need to weave it in or anything because the stuffing's gonna cover it up. And now I'm actually ready to start stuffing the pumpkin. So I'm just using this kind that I got off of Amazon. So this is Royal Silk Polyfill. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start with my pumpkin and take all the strands that I have going up each of the sides and just put them to the outside so it makes it easier to stuff. And I found that it really helps if you put a lot of stuffing in there. And I found that it helps to focus the stuffing as I'm going along in between each of the strands. So for example, right here, I have 2 strands, so I'm gonna focus a lot of the stuffing right in the middle, or kind of like the portion of the pumpkin that's gonna stick out. So I focus a lot of my stuffing in each one of these areas to really accentuate that. And I also like to turn it over and make sure I have plenty in the base. So you can see in these few, I don't have quite as much as I do over here. So I'm just gonna add some more. Now completed that first round of stuffing, and I'll probably end up adding some more, but I like to check as I go along. So a few of my strands fell in there, so I'm just taking them out. Now I'm going to take each one of my 6 strands. You want to make sure you don't have the tail. And I'm just going to tug on them. So if I just left my pumpkin right now, this is what it would look like. Of course, it would tighten up a little bit more up top. I'm just going to check and see if there's anywhere I'd like to add some more stuffing. I actually think it looks pretty good, so I'm going to leave it like this. Now I'm going to take each set of the ends, pull them basically how tight I'd like them. And then once I've done that, just tie them in the center. And again, you don't have to weave in these ends. You can just tuck them into the center of the pumpkin. Now after I've tied those first 2, I'm gonna find my tail. And I'm just gonna tug on the tail just to close up the top part a little bit to make it easier to tie some of these. And I'm gonna grab my next 2 strands, pull them tighter, however tight you'd like them. Tuck in my ends again. And then lastly, take the last 2 strands. And if you want to too, you can trim these strands before you tuck them in. So now I'm going to take my tail, pull it nice and tight, thread my tapestry needle, once I've threaded my tapestry needle, I'm going to pick any one of these spots. So I typically go close to where the yarn's coming out. Just loop underneath one of those strands and then go through the loop the yarn just created, just to tie a little knot. Now I'm going to repeat it again on the same strand. Okay, so now I secured that. And now I just thread my tapestry needle just through a portion of the pumpkin to essentially weave in that end. And then I just cut it over here and it disappears. Now it does look a little flat when you first finish it, but if you just squeeze your pumpkin a little bit, it gets more volume up and down. On my stem, I'm going to start up here at the top with where we cast on and thread my needle through that strand. Now I want to take this stem and make it curve a little bit. And how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take my tapestry needle, thread it through just half of the stem, about halfway down, then come back out again. Now I'm going to go back inside the stem again. And here you're going to want to pull it to whatever curve you'd like and then secure this in place. So I'm just going to tie a little knot on the inside of my work. I'm just going to cut this tail that we were just working with a little bit shorter. And now I'm going to move on to the other tail we have, which is where we cast off. Thread my tapestry needle again. And the first thing, this is just something that I do, not necessary, but I don't like how it looks when you cast off versus in the round and then you kind of have this gap where the next round would have started. So I always thread my tapestry needle through basically the other side of that gap, just to close it up. I think it looks cleaner. Now I put my stem right on top of my pumpkin and just kind of arrange it so that the ruffles are fairly centered or fairly distributed throughout. And now I just take my tapestry needle and I thread it under a portion of the orange, come back up top, thread it through a little bit of the stem, go back down, thread it through a little bit of the orange, And just keep on going all the way around the circle like this. So it's just very loosely tied on. So now I've gone all the way around. So I'm going to thread it back underneath to the inside of the brown. Just tie a little knot with that tail. And then again, to weave in that end, I just thread it under a little bit of the orange and then cut the end. Okay, so here's my finished pumpkin. Down in the description box below, you're going to find the full written version of this pattern, as well as each of the video breakpoints, so that way you can fast forward or rewind to any spot that you'd like to see again. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe.